all sitting here shooting the shit.
Yeah!
Yo, what's up, man? There's another episode of Shooting the Shit podcast. I'm your host, DJ Duss, with my co-host, Bamboo. What's up, Bam?
Chilling. What's good, brother?
Everything's good, man. I want to, tell everyone, let everyone know, shout out, happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah,
and,
happy Thanksgiving.
You usually cook, so what was so special on the menu this year?
Not much, man. I just made some chicken, some sweet potato pie, some candy yams.
Yeah, don't fucking act like, oh, no, didn't do anything special. Get out of here.
Do nothing special,
God
just
damn,
whipped it
boy.
up like normal, you know what I mean?
Yo, Alex, man, happy Thanksgiving to you too, brother, man. Yeah, no, it's but you said you went with chicken today because it's only you and your wife, right?
Yeah, that's it, man. So I'm not gonna make a big turkey.
I feel you, man. I love the turkey. You know what? I love the laziness after it. It gives me the real excuse of being lazy.
I haven't even got to the pies yet. I just finished eating before the show. So.
Oh, there you go, motherfucker. All right, let everyone know they can follow us on all major streaming. That's like Podbeam, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Apple Music, all that stuff. At Shooting the Shit Podcast 1. That's Shooting the Shit Podcast 1. Also, subscribe to our YouTube page. You can catch the live stream on our YouTube page or catch every video from us on Shooting the Shit Podcast. That's Shooting the Shit Podcast.
That's right, people.
You also want to stream it on other sites? Here you go. Facebook, Shooting the Shit. Twitch at STS_podcast1. Periscope at DJ Duss, Shooting the Shit Podcast. Here we go, man. We have a special guest today, brother. An artist, a producer. NArr8r, what's going on, my brother? How you doing, man?
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing, man? I'm doing pretty good.
Good. How you feeling?
Good. Could you at least hear me?
Yeah.
All right. But you never know. Sometimes we have technical difficulties. You never know, So, I just don't want to be asking questions. He's just nodding like, yeah, shut up. Yeah. So, brother, man, let people know, where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland.
Home of the Cavs.
Home of the Cavs. So now, where were you when the Cavs won the first NBA championship, brother?
Dude, I was about like 10 miles away from downtown. And dude, like, you heard the roars. Like, it sounded like it was a riot.
Wow. Now, they were saying there was also obviously a streak, like they haven't won an NBA championship in Cleveland. But was that also all major sports at that time? Like football and basketball and baseball? Because I heard the Cleveland Cavaliers was the first one to bring a championship there in a while, right?
Yeah, because we lost the World Series.
Oh, okay, that's good.
When it comes down to baseball,
that's right. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. Now, how much do you hate the Golden State Warriors? How much do you hate the Golden State Warriors, brother?
Oh, man. I have a love-hate relationship with that team. I love the fundamentals. I love the way they play the game. I hate when we're playing against them. That's it.
Because the thing is, Cleveland at that time,
he's a force to be reckoned with.
For real, bro. Like you guys formed a team to win championships, and these guys, they literally were, they were doing all right and came out of nowhere, and was giving LeBron a run for his money after a while. So I can see what you're saying. You have mad respect for what they do, but god damn, as a fan, I'd be pissed as hell.
Yeah, man.
We like the Raptors here. We actually got a shot in them when they were hurt. We kind of kicked them when they were down, so we good.
Terrible.
Yeah.
So who influenced you in hip hop, brother?
What's up?
Who influenced you in hip hop?
Influenced me in hip hop, I would say more so the likeness of DMX, Outkast, Tupac.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that. And then when it came down to the underground theme, like it's like right around, like I said, at the moments I started to record my music and really get influenced by songwriting and structure and stuff was listening to Tech Nine and Strange.
Tech
Oh,
Nine?
yeah.
Like
Which one? Which one? The East Coast or the West Coast Tech Nine?
Yeah, it's the Tech Nine of Strange Music. The one that,
okay. West Coast Tech Nine. West Coast Tech Nine.
Yeah.
All right.
Educate me on this. What do you mean the West Coast, East Coast, Bam?
Well, there's a Tech Nine on the East Coast as well, right? But he's old school.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you got Tech Nine from the way, but two different fucking styles. You know what I mean? One's a smooth, Big Daddy Kane flowing type of cat, and then you got this motherfucking Twister monster just coming out of the West, just blah 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 blah, right? So You know, so him picking up on that and structuring his raps around that, that's talented. Because a lot of people don't even understand half the stuff that boy be saying, right?
I get that. Okay. I gotta look into that, man.
Yeah.
So you definitely got some fucking major people to inspire you. That's awesome, man.
Like, it was the main thing about it too was that like how undiscovered he was as far as mainstream back in like 2005, 2006, and like that's like one of the things I feel like in the music industry since the internet came abroad. It was like when you start to find music that nobody's hip to. I mean, that was even back in the day. If you got a mixtape from somebody in the early 2000s or the 90s, you just like, damn, you know, I'm the only one with this. That's like how special music could be. Like, you know, I want to pass to my friends or whatever the deal is. But I started listening to Tech Nine, and I was like, dude, this dude is so developed as an artist, and nobody knows who he is. You know, at that time, he had hardcore fans, but like, it was just like, you know, that what you get where you're just like, damn, this dude's got it. Like, I felt that same way about Wiz Khalifa when I started listening to Wiz Khalifa when he was 16, and I followed his career all the way, you know, till he signed his first deal with Rostrum Records, or actually it was Warner. He signed with Warner, then he signed with Rostrum Records, and it was just like man, it all together. But yeah, watching their careers, that's like, even as a fan, that's what really helps me develop. You know, those are the people that brought me around to who I am today.
Dig it.
So when it's all said and done, you're getting inspired. You know, you mentioned some of the greatest artists. How old were you when you start taking this seriously? When you buckled down and you're like, "This is what I want to do."
I'm sorry.
It broke up. Yeah, I was asking, like, how old were you when you buckled down and said, "This is what I want to do"? How old, like, when you took the game seriously?
How old were you when you started hip hop for real? You know, I don't know if he froze or.
I think he's frozen.
Okay, so like when I first got into it and started like creating hip hop, I was 9 years old. So that was like my first, like, me and my cousins were in the room over at my pop's house on the west side, and we was just writing lyrics. We was like, yo, what if we all grew up in here to be rappers? And you know, after the test of time, like, I'm the only one amongst my cousins that kept with it, doing it. But I took that shit serious, man. It was like 2 years later, I started making beats, you know, and then after that, I started to record myself, started to get myself mixed down and everything. It started to get, you know, a little serious, you know, moving on to my teenage years. Once I got into high school, it was like, you know, I can pay the bills with this. Like, I was already selling beats and, you know, offering studio time to cats that I was going to school with, or even like local artists that were old, you know. So it just started to develop like that. But hip hop became serious to me at like age 9, age 10.
That
like,
is crazy.
This is a way of life, you know what I mean?
Speaking on the beats,
sweep under the rug.
Speaking on them beats.
What's up?
Speaking on the music and the beats, do you remember your first beat you ever made?
I do. It was trash.
we talk about this with everyone, beats, artists, and it's always the same word.
Wow, so that's just garbage.
Man, and it was off beat. It just sounded like took some random sounds, threw them in a bucket, shuffled them, threw them out on the ground, and was like, listen to this. Like, that's how it was. Really.
So did it sound
like, I didn't care about the melody structure. Like, I'd always play guitars. What's up?
No, I was saying, did it come out the way it sounded in your head? Because I know y'all producers, you know, y'all producers, y'all hear this sound, y'all hear the melody, y'all hear the beat, all complete in your head, and then when you put it down, did it come out the same way, or you just like, what the fuck happened here? You know what I mean?
Now, with your first beat
nowadays, now that's every trip. Like, every trip, I'll hear it in here, and then I'll make it. You know what I mean? But the first beat, that was purely experimental. It was
Oh shit! Okay. So I'm gonna move this on real quick and go now. Yeah, he cut out for a second. We'll get back to him in a minute. So, if you wanted to turn somebody into a fan of your music, what would be the first track you would put them on to listen to?
I would say, in a nutshell, I would let them listen to Rush.
Rush.
It's one of my singles. That's on all platforms.
Okay,
Rush is definitely one.
That's one. You just met him, like, yo, boom, boom, boom. Oh, you rap, da da da. Here, put it on Rush. Check me out. You know what I mean? You get him hooked on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's word. That's good.
Like,
that's good.
That's the one I use too. Like when I'm in different places, different states, different cities and stuff, I always keep a Bluetooth speaker around me. I actually have my phone propped up on the Bluetooth speaker that I take around with me. But like, I go ahead and I'll play that track, and it's usually a go from there because it's high energy, you know, very melodic. I'm rapping in it and I'm singing. It brings both of those things, you know, it's new age stuff. Like, I like to make more conscious music, but right now I'm just hitting them with what you know, what sounds good, what I like, what other people like. And I wanted to get serious at a certain point in time, you know, talking about some real messages. I got some things in the world.
You guys got some things on your mind you got to get off your chest. I feel you, brother. I feel you. So, are you currently signed to a label, or are you an independent artist?
Independently signed to my own label and publishing company. That's Go Life Dynasty.
Right.
Yeah, it's based out of Ohio. It's a label that me and my brothers have started up. Been in operation for 5 years now, since 2015. And yeah, that's what we're working with right now. And you know, it's been a couple of deals that we've passed up, you know, throughout these years. But like, I'm glad that we did. You know, there's a lot that we have to learn.
Okay.
And I'm glad I still own all of my masters.
There you go, brother. There you go. So, who are some of the artists you currently working with?
Right now, it's a lot of local artists. Really, there's a few artists that are they're making some moves, you know, across the globe and everything. We got Illuminate. He's in Tampa, Florida. Right. He's a phenomenal artist, more so on the conscious region. Like, you know, he's one of those Kid Cudi, like Kid Cudi and J. Cole, J.I.D. type cats. I don't like comparing, but just to give
an idea, you know,
of how he sounds. So he's got that. Then there's K Stone. He's from Del Amo, same city as Absol and Reason from Top Dog Entertainment. Okay. He's up and coming. I really foresee him getting a deal with them. You know, there's talks and stuff like that about deals with other people, but like, if he can get around them, that's where I want him to go. Just as a producer, you know, in his corner, just like seeing what direction he'll take things. You know, so he's getting a buzz out there. K Stone, look him up. He's got a project called We're Back Again. That's coming out here pretty soon. He just announced it today. So there's him. Another one by Noah. It's Knowah. He's in Florida as well. He does a lot when it comes to reggae. He just produced his first like solo album away from the reggae band, and it's called Psalm Trees. I have a few records that's on there, but really, like, I produce for a lot of locals. You know, and there are other cities that I go. You know, everybody's working hard towards doing what they need to do, but those are really hard working ones. One that's in my city that really needs hella exposure that I'm working with. He is like one of the rawest artists. Is my boy Gio Unknown. He might even be watching this stream right now.
Dope.
All right. Yeah, Gio getting his props.
If I get a chance now, after this, I'm gonna send you an email. After this, I'm gonna send you an email, some unreleased material.
Perfect.
That me and him have, and like.
I got a question.
Yeah, it's magical to say.
I got a question with it. Now being a producer and you're being as busy as you are, like, do you now nitpick on who you want to work with? You know what I mean? Like, towards your, you know what I mean? Like, because you don't want to be like, okay, well, I got, you know, X amount of hours in a day and I don't really want to waste it on X and the other guy or whatever the case may be. Like, do you nitpick a little bit more now?
Like before, I used to just work with every and anybody.
That's right.
Even when it came down to selling and licensing my beats to people, I would just do it for everyone. There's ways I've taken care of that now, but I started to change that up a few years back when I first took my a trip to LA, and it showed me the speed of work and the tempo everybody moved at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that tempo I adapted. You know what I mean? I like the way that everything was going. And the one thing I've seen about a lot of people who value themselves, you know, as a brand, they limit their accessibility. You know, they makes themselves more exclusive with the time that they're able to offer.
Yeah, no,
And
I get that. Yeah.
really, the more that I started to absorb that mindset, like it started to manifest around me. Like I really started to not have time.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, and the time that I did have, like I'll be like, man, it's been like a week since I could just sit down and just watch a movie or something.
that
you know
alone,
I mean?
yeah,
like,
that's right.
Absorb something rather than just producing all the time. But I am choosy about who I work with now. I don't just work with everybody. It's we have to vibe. You know what I mean? I like to do a lot of one-on-one sessions. So like when it comes down to producing for people, the best thing for us to do is just sit down and make something from scratch. You know, comfortably. Our time is not on the clock. Like let's let the vibe breathe and build.
Could we explain to anybody?
Otherwise, like if I don't know you and
could we explain to people that, you know, it's because, you know, also with this interview, I want people to get to know who you are, but I also like to get to people to know exactly what you do. So when you talk about a session, are you also not only putting a beat together or introducing them to a beat, are you also doing the mix down and the recording also?
I'm sorry, and it keeps on breaking up. But you say,
oh, my bad, dude.
Basically, like describing my process.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So what do you do? Like, let's say, so like Bam comes into a session. What's the like, you know, step by step for someone to come in to you know, have a session with you in the studio
as an artist coming in.
So like artists coming in. Usually, like I'll do engineering. I'll do audio tracking.
Yeah.
But you know, for the most part, like the clients, like the people that I really, really work with, I'll do production and engineering all in one. So we'll make the beat and we'll record the track and mix it down dope. Here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I do all of my work. I record 95% of my work. You know, so like I like to take that and people see that I care about the way that my sound sounds. So they're like, oh, you know, he can do the same with mine. Like most of the time, I'll do better on their tracks than I will from mine. Like, they'll compare the mixes and be like, oh, damn, like, why isn't yours this crispy? It's like, because I was satisfied with the way it was, you know, like I didn't need it to sound radio quality really for me to put it out, because I was just like, I like it like this. For anybody else, like I know what they're looking for, what they're trying to hear. It's like cutting somebody's hair. You know, they're going to look in the mirror after you cut their hair, you know, and be like, they do it right. You know
it's true. You'll be criticized.
I'm just
yeah.
You know, I don't care. Go ahead, put the bow on. Yeah. So you know, it's really.
So like, what's the hardest thing about being an up and coming producer / artist, brother?
To be completely honest, it's probably also the best thing about it is what's the hardest part about it is I would say the tolerance, like building a tolerance for how quickly this industry is building and changing. You know what I mean? And I feel like that can make or break you. You know, that's probably one of the things that are like the most discerning to producers, that they'll like, you know, they'll look at the way that everything is all too saturated. Or, you know, there's this type beat, everybody's trying to emulate a certain sound. But everything's completely changing all the time. And the game is completely reinventing itself always. So as long as you find yourself, things go the right way. You know, like in my beats, like, bro, I love the moments when I'm in my, you know, in the studio, whether it be the home studio, the studio I work at, manage. Like, I go ahead and play a few beats, and my peoples would be like, "That's a NArr8r beat right there." Like, and I'm like, "That's what I like." You know what I'm saying?
Nice, yeah.
Compared to something.
Well, there you go.
Because that's what I aim for. I aim for creating my own sound. I like it to be like my main brand for my beats is called Beats That Speak, and usually I'll incorporate a lot of vocals into my beats. You know, or like the synths will sound like they're singing.
Okay.
You know? It'll just be like a solo synth. Doesn't have any chords to it. It'll just sound like, you know, a solo synth, and just maybe with legato, just making sure that it's staying connected the whole way through, as if somebody was singing with a voice. Yeah, it was like, I feel like that's one of the hardest things is adapting to this game because it's always changing. When it
Yeah,
comes to
I can see
marketing,
that.
when it comes down to the sound, the way that artists are now marketing, the way the pay is going because now we're in the streaming realm versus back in the day, like when I was 14, 15 years old, I could sell a beat for $150 for release easy.
That's right.
Now, nowadays, like you said to somebody, they're like, "What? I can go on BeatStars right now." Like people don't really care that much. It's kind of like the fast food era of things. But like, if you show them Red Lobster before they got a chance to think about McDonald's, do that. Like, hey, let me show you what I got cooking up real quick.
That's right.
See what you can do with this. Like cook up enough to where you have something that you can place with certain artists for a little moment of time. Give them a time period. Like, hey, we'll give you like a month to do something to this. I don't hear nothing in a month. I gotta keep on shopping it around. All right, yeah, that's cool. Like, yeah, just get back to me. Like, try to make a hit out of this. So, things they'll go that way. That happens randomly now because a lot of people hit me up. Like I'm not really reaching out to artists. New artists to work with that much. Like it'll probably be like 3 new artists that I'll reach out to a month. That's just on a reaching out base. But the word of mouth, like I do a lot of remakes or custom beats. So people, when they get their production, they kick it with other artists or managers and like, hey, where'd you get that beat made?
Yeah.
Who made this beat? NArr8r. He can make anything. Like if you bring me a sample, it could be a sample from the 30s all the way up to now. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Reggae, rock, hip hop, jazz. Like
we make it happen.
We can go ahead and emulate that. You know what I mean?
See,
I mean like I'll go ahead and make the beat to my fullest ability. If there's anything I don't know how to do or I'm not skilled at, I got somebody.
Like, that's cool.
I need a guitarist, that's really ill with the arpeggios, to really get those right. You know what I'm saying? Or a bass player, or a drummer. Like we can get that together.
That's a real
there's no limits to it. There's no limit.
Dig it.
I just want bring things together for real.
Like now that we're talking about beats and stuff, it's in my later questions. But since we're still on the topic, have you ever sold a beat that it was in your mind, this shit's the bomb, and some guy just fucking spits garbage on it? Has this ever happened? Is this no names?
Don't bullshit us, kid. Give it to us raw, man.
Because I know that would hurt my feelings.
It doesn't have to be any names.
No names.
But like, it's
unless he really fucked it up.
It's hit or miss. And that's where I was at earlier with it too. I was saying like, being too accessible, also having my beats too accessible. I started to solve that problem by raising my price.
Right.
I raised my price on my beats and I started to make them all unlimited. So if you go on my website and somebody gets a beat, like I take it down from the store. There's no more leasing.
Okay.
For me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you get that beat, it's yours now, and that's it. But so it gets people more serious. So they're not like, oh, this is a beat that like a whole bunch of other people have. I don't have to be as serious with it, And if you're paying $50 to $100 for a beat versus $25 or $30, you're gonna be a little bit more serious about it. But actually, that price is gonna change come 2021, and it's gonna be $100 and up for everything on my website.
Yeah,
man. Because it separates the hobbyists from the career artists.
Well,
and I plan on implementing a subscription method too in January, so that the artists that I work with, they can subscribe to my site and not even have to come out hundreds of dollars for beats. You know what I mean? We could just have an agreement going. You have access to these beats before they go on the market. You know what I mean? And then they'll be on there for a week. Anybody who snags and downloads it, you grab it up. All right, it's a part of your subscription. You're paying $30 a month. That's taking care of your licensing fees,
and all that,
And we both own the track 50-50. It'll be something that's like that. You can grab you 3 or 4 beats a month just for $30.
Yeah, that's fucking dope.
Which is kind of crazy, I don't want that to get out of hand.
No, of course not.
Keep that monetize that, man.
See, a couple episodes ago, Bam had a solution to people, putting garbage on the beat. What was it again, Bam? You give them their money back and take the beat back.
just like, here's your money back. Give me my beat back, man, because you don't fuck that up. You know what I mean? Give it to someone who's going to do something with it. Like, don't get me wrong. A lot of artists, sometimes they take a beat that they just it's too much for them. You know what I mean? Like that beat is just way too much for them. You know what I mean? So. I understand. I mean, I've ran into a couple of beats. I'm like, oh my God, why did I love this beat, but I can't fuck with it. You know what I mean? So that you have to change your style, figure it out, and if you don't know yourself as an artist and know your limitations, you're gonna pick up a beat that you just can't handle. You know what I mean? So I could dig it. So what's one of the favorite
I've done
pieces?
that a few times.
So what's one of the favorite pieces of equipment you like to use as a producer to make your beats?
I'm sorry. What was the last word? What are my favorite pieces of what? It keeps on cracking
Equipment.
up. I don't know if that's my connection.
What's your favorite equipment to use to make the beats?
Okay, so as far as the keyboard, this isn't my favorite. It's
Okay.
not. This is the M Audio 25. That's what I'm currently using. But the MPK 25 Mini. It's the most simple and compact little keyboard controller that I've ever used. Like I've actually owned it 5 different times. Like I've owned it and sold it or traded it 5 different times. I keep coming back to it. I'm just like, you grab that up again. But and using FL Studio, that's my arsenal as far as like my digital audio workstation and my favorite piece of equipment, to use. Like that right there, man. I like a full range of keys as well.
Okay.
But that little machine, man, I can do some damage with that. Like
How much does something like that run?
Right now that I know I've made with that, and you can just tell the difference. Like you can tell the difference in feel, in the comfort.
Right.
Like I was in my pocket with that one.
Now, how much does something like that run for somebody? How much does it cost?
No more than $100 US.
Wow. See, for people that want to produce,
Not expensive, very inexpensive.
That's not bad.
That's a real good price.
Yeah.
Shit, definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, we've talked a lot about before.
It's pretty affordable. When it comes
No,
down
that's
to
definitely.
It. There's another that's about $350. It's like the upgrade from that. It's the MPK 49.
Yeah.
And that one's cool. It's just so bulky. I like to travel with my keyboards. Like I like to be able to just take it and go. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I'm not trying to, lug it around. Like all of my stuff is very portable.
That's what it was with me with DJing, man. I love the big stuff, but I mean, when it started becoming more on the road and traveling, I had to get something that was similar but smaller, right? So I definitely agree with that.
Portable.
So like now that we've talked about beats, we've talked about being in the studio, like can you now talk to me about your first performance on stage ever? How excited were you? You know what I mean? Do you remember where it was?
Yeah, it was opening up for Chip the Ripper. A lot of people know him as King Chip.
Yeah.
Dude he's got songs with Kid Cudi and everything like that. It was opening up for him. That was 2012. Yeah, it was the year I got out of high school. Yep, it was like the day before Easter Sunday too.
Nice.
So yeah, that was my first show, and actually it was not a good experience. I'll tell you that.
No way.
Whoa. Speak on it. Speak on it.
Whole set. Yeah, I produced my whole set, man, and we had it was called the Monster Stage at a venue called Peabody's, which no longer exists now. But everybody who's a vet and performing in Cleveland
would know, yeah.
Peabody's. Actually opened at the last show that Bone Thugs and Harmony ever did at Peabody's before it got torn down. But this show specifically, I did not mix my tracks right. I had my bass completely booming out of control on this one beat that I made. It was not cool at all, man. So as soon as everything was cool, because the first half of the hook started with no bass line. So you heard everything I was saying.
Yeah.
And then it kicked on with the bass start going.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit! I couldn't even keep up with myself. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Where am I? Am I saying the right shit right now? It was it was too loud, bro.
Wow.
It was too loud. I was like, man. I was like,
oh, that's and that high bass will fuck with your mic.
Fuck right now, and I see my stepbrother going like. Damn, bro. He's looking around to see who's watching me fuck up. I'm like, damn.
The finger pointing.
You know it's bad.
That's hilarious, man.
Your people's is looking around for you like, shit, damn. Who's watching?
Could have just blamed it on the DJ, bro.
But we were on the master stage.
That's dope, man. It
was a good thing it wasn't the main stage, though, because I only sold 15 tickets.
Okay.
And, yeah, I actually wasn't going to do that show at first, it was actually like kind of like a lesson learned. There was an artist that I was working with, and he booked that show for us. And the day of the show, he canceled. He was like, "Yo, we're not doing the show." So I'm like, "What do you mean, dude? This is supposed to be my first show. My family's coming. You know,
Damn, he set you up.
Yeah,
Shit.
so like, and he was a cool dude and everything, but he was like, man, he's like, check this out, bro. He's like, it's gonna be all bad. He's like, we don't got our own mics. He's like, we don't got the drummer that I was supposed to have. He's like, we don't, it's like we don't have time to get there before sound check and stuff.
That's fucked.
He was like, it's gonna be messed up.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, man, fuck that, dude. I'll do the show. Fuck what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to do this. So I went there and I learned a lesson, I'm glad I went and learned a lesson instead of that.
People need to know. You need to fuck up to learn.
Yeah.
You need to fuck up to learn. It's just, you just don't learn, right? If you don't fuck up, right? Like,
for real.
Yeah. I remember when we did a performance at Rise in Montreal, and we got way too drunk, and he got on stage and grabbed the mic and said that his mic didn't work while it was working, dropped it, and walked right the fuck out. Yeah, that was an interesting show. If he's listening, he knows he's bad. He's embarrassed right now, right, as I speak. I'm telling you. So, like, with producing and stuff, when you put something together, is there any? Our buddy Rob, man, we used to work with. His name was Rise. That's where we met Bam in the studio, and one of our main DJs in the city is on the radio. Gets us to do a show in Montreal. And gets these flyers with his fucking face on it and blah, blah, blah. And the show's enormous. It sells out. Give us a VIP section. A bunch of friends roll in. And the VIP section had way too many drinks. And, he gets on stage and just says his mic doesn't, literally goes, my mic doesn't work. While it's working, drops the fucking mic and walks right out of the club. The club owner's like, yo, what the fuck? The DJ's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I thought he was fucking around, but no, he was just tanked, man. He barely remembers the whole night, but yeah.
Damn, that's a bad night. Shit.
You didn't come up that night, huh? Did you?
I didn't come up. That sounded like a bad fucking night, bro. Shit, but I noticed you was in Miami. How was that experience, brother?
Man, it was cool. It was pretty cool, man. There was a couple, things that went down, so we were not able to do shows. We've been itching to perform, as artists. Mm-hmm. Like, just been trying to get shows here and there, and we were supposed to do some shows with DJ Catrella. Those didn't really fall through the way we're supposed to.
Right.
But it was actually it was a really fun experience though, because it was my first time in South Beach. Mm-hmm. I've been to Tampa and Orlando before, but South Beach was a whole nother scene. It was it was pretty cool, man. A lot of beautiful women.
I could imagine.
It was definitely a vibe for real. But
are these shows? Do you think these shows will be made up? Do you think something will come back around that you'll go back and perform in Miami at all?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Good.
I don't feel like it was a lost cause to it, because we definitely got our network in. We stopped at a media studio while we were down there too, and just the network and the people who were actually natives to South Beach and stuff like that, not tourists, people that just been there. Those are the people we got along with the most. We got along with people that were just coming and passing through. But
that's dope.
It was just the people that were local there. It was just man, it was an amazing feeling. Getting to vibe out down there. Our team wanted to stay there and relocate down there. They're talking about man, we could just move down here and move my family down here. And it's that's very possible still.
Fuck, man, that'd be dope.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place, man.
Definitely.
Place. Me and City Bookings, we had wild adventures. Getting drunk and shit, getting drunk and doing shenanigans. Cause I'm the one out the group, man. I'm the one out the crew that at nighttime, I'm like a gremlin. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me water after midnight, bro. I'm nuts. But instead of water, it's tequila.
Yeah. Oh, tequila? Sign me up, my man.
Damn. Shit.
Sign me up, man. So listen, COVID hits us
mid-March. We were crashing resorts and stuff like that.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, then we got to roll up with you guys next time. 100. That's 100%. We're coming down. So COVID came and hit us in mid-March, right? And I try not to talk about this COVID because everyone's fucking depressed by it. But did it push any of your projects back, or any shows, anything in general? Did you have anything booked or lined up?
It definitely did, man. I was supposed to take a lot of trips that were going to complete a lot of things we're working on.
Yeah.
working with a digital content creation company that's based out of Los Angeles. And really, the week that the shutdowns began, I was supposed to fly out to LA and there for a month. And like because of that, like kind of scared me a little bit because I'm like, what's gonna happen? Like, dude, I didn't know if the world was gonna end in a month because of a disease or not.
Yeah, you don't know, man.
Working this shit. I'm like, dude, come on, man. So I had to start preparing. And like looking out, you know, and being around my family more. You know, making sure that me and my brothers are all tight knit. We have plans, you know, because anything can happen. Start growing food.
Dude, did you think that it was going to be as long as it is?
Getting everything.
Oh,
we lost him.
Oh, there he is. Yep. Can you hear us?
Yeah. You there? Oh, we lost him. Got to bump him out and bring him back in, Joe.
I think he has to bump him.
Bump
maybe.
himself.
Let me see.
You can.
Yo, can you hear us?
I'm backstage.
Oh, you're on stage now, brother. Can you hear us?
Apologies, man. My apologies.
No worries, man.
Nah, man. It's all good.
Just call out your internet provider.
Call, man. I knew that was gonna happen.
Just call your internet provider out right now.
Put him on blast.
I put mine on blast all the time. So is
there a way to block calls like temporarily?
To block calls? Oh shit, I have no idea. Yeah, would it probably be airplane mode? No.
Yeah, usually.
Because then your Wi-Fi would still work.
Yeah.
Just thinking.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna do that.
I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, I think that would be the only way.
Right.
Never even thought of that, huh?
That's true.
50-some episodes in, we still fucking learn shit.
Well, you know what? It takes the right question to bring up the right answer.
It's true. If the phone's ringing, what does it do? It has to cut him out of the interview, right?
It get the choppiness going on.
I never even thought of that.
Now we know. You know.
Oh, yes, yeah, we were just bringing that up. See, the thing, you can tell it's 10 seconds behind, right? We're from video. So if you guys are actually commenting, it's literally, you guys are a few seconds behind when we post it up, so. But yeah, airplane mode. I don't know why I didn't think of that. That's probably, we've probably had this issue before, but this is the first fucking time we've actually thought of something. So yeah, did you, being COVID, being as long as it is, did you think that it would be this long?
Man. But, when it came down to it, like, Simple was supposed to come out 2 months earlier. I ended up dropping that in April, and I have another project that's going to be dropping next month. It's going to be the end of November, but it's going to be a little something kind of like, not going to be so much anticipation for it. It's going to be too simple.
Yeah.
My last project was simple. The next one is too simple.
Oh, look at that.
It's going along with the theme here, and it's going to drop them all before the end of the year. I'll drop another one in December too, so I'll just have like 3 projects just to build up a catalog. Because I plan on making a lot of progress in 2021 as far as, extending the reach out there, successfully getting some shows done, because there's a lot of tours are starting to open up now.
Okay.
Yeah, down by you.
Time
in the U.S., you guys, some stuff's opening up,
and also holidays. And
yeah, nothing's opening up over here in Canada, man. Nothing. All right, brother. We like to play a thing called.
Yeah, man, dude, I cannot wait.
We like to do something like 10. It's called 10 random questions, bro, just to get people to know you a little bit better. You down?
What's up?
10 random questions, man. Just to get people to get to know you a little better. You down? You down? All right, man. First question. For your favorite superhero and why?
Green Lantern. It's like, I don't know. His power includes imagination. You know what I mean? And it's like whatever he imagines with the ring, he can, master. I always thought that was like cool as fuck.
Wait, so
like,
we missed that.
If I could have any superpower or like, emulate anything,
so
it would be
Green Lantern, right? That's what he's talking about. Green Lantern?
What? Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
That is actually pretty dope, man. Your first job ever.
So like it'll be
your first job ever, brother.
My first job ever was I was a line cook at a restaurant called Quaker Steak and Lube. You know, so it's a bar and grill.
Yeah.
Pretty dope place though. Good food, man.
Yeah.
Good food.
All right. If you had,
Yeah. I like cooking too, man.
Bam's big into cooking too, bro.
Oh yeah, you know, relaxing, man. It's relaxing.
So if you had one word to describe your rapping style, what would it be?
I say versatile. Versatile, most definitely. And
That's good, man.
Eclectic.
Oh, okay.
In one word.
See, you think you after all these interviews, Bam, that you would hear the same word, but you never do, huh?
Nope.
You never
Everybody's
do.
different.
I like it, man. So name me one thing that's on your bucket list.
One thing that's on my bucket list, man, is I got one that's a funny one, but I got one that's a serious one.
Okay, give us two.
My
Give us
serious
both.
One is skydiving. Skydiving is that. But my funny one is kicking back, smoking a blunt on a lanai in Lanai, Hawaii. Like Lanai, Hawaii, like that's an island that's on Hawaii.
All right.
But a lanai is also a kind of port.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like, you know, I want to be doing those two things at the same time. It was one of those bruh getting high moments like, yo, I want to sit on a lanai.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
yeah.
All right, next one. Your favorite food, brother. Your favorite food. And if people always forget, you know, they always think about I'm like, you're about to die. You need to eat one more meal. Your favorite food.
Man, I love so many different foods, man. Something that I could eat that I wouldn't get tired of.
Yeah.
It would be it's a certain meal. It's called Fiesta Lime Chicken.
Oh yeah.
Fiesta Lime Chicken, yeah. Grilled chicken, basically. Yeah, grilled chicken.
So I'm in. That sounds fucking delicious.
I mean, like, I stray away from the meat as much, you know what I mean? But like, man, that shit right there, I can never.
Always going back to it.
That. Maybe I could one day. I can't say that absolutely, but man, I would be a hypocrite if I one day decided to just go completely vegan or something like that. You know, you never know. But yeah.
So what else?
Grilled chicken.
So now you have to
Grilled chicken and rice.
Count me in, man. I love that shit. So let's so what do you do for fun? So music aside, you know, you're gonna have a good time. What do you do for fun, brother?
Man, shit, like, I like to go out and kick it in nature and shit. Really, like, I work a lot, you know. For real, I like to any art form. I like to draw. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very introverted when it comes down to like my other hobbies and shit like that. But I'm always kicking it with my peoples too. Like, always chilling, going and doing something, or it'd be like linking up. We go somewhere, have a little cipher, or even skate.
Yeah.
I like to skate here and there. I'm not like the best skater in the world. I'm a sidewalk surfer.
I've never heard that before. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I like to get active too, man. I like getting active, like parkour type shit, free running. Like, it's just,
That's dope.
you know, it's whatever at that point. Like,
Yeah.
there's a spot that's down here called Whips Legends, and it's like, and it's huge, man. It's like steps for giants. That's what the shit look like, and I just like running up that shit.
God damn.
Crazy.
You know, running up, running down. Like, I like to get active, man.
That's dope.
Great.
Doing some cardio.
All right, man. If there was a movie about your life, who would play you?
Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
Did you get that? If there was a
What's
movie
up?
about your life, who would play you?
Who will play me in a movie about my life? Damn. Shit. That's very hard. Because I'm not so hip to like these younger actors, and I can't pick anybody that's older to play.
You know what? I don't think I don't even.
Let me see.
I don't know anyone. I don't know none of the young actors neither, man. I don't.
I feel like it could. Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like if I said one, none of us would even know who it is.
That's fucking true. You're like, blah, blah. And you're like, yeah, whatever. I got to Google his ass now.
Right, yeah. That one movie.
It's so sad because I don't know them by names. I only know them by, like, the movie they played in.
I have no idea.
That's fucking hilarious. Don't worry about that one, man. What's your favorite? What was that? Sorry, you cut out, brother.
Yeah. You said what?
I said you cut out on when you were saying something. Did you pick somebody or?
Oh no. No, like I said, I'd have to play myself and shave my face.
Fucking right.
And do a whole crazy shit.
Damn, I'd like to know.
Look like the young
absolutely.
Shit. We have to do some CGI.
Yo, they got the technology now. Why not use it, right? So what's your dream car? You make it big ass artist producer. Your dream car, first one you're gonna buy.
Oh man, I have a dream car, but damn, now it's kind of like it's changed up a little bit. I would say a Cadillac Eldorado, like a '76.
Oh, nice.
Like a '76 Cadillac Eldorado.
I like when they go back.
It would have to be like mint.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
I'd get some mint on the job.
See, you see, the man picked the.
So that would be one. But like on the newer side, man, it had to be a Cadillac XTS.
Yeah.
My other favorite car. I rented that one out.
The man
for a minute, man. I ain't got the bread for that one just yet.
Not yet.
But that's another one of the cars too. I want that one.
You see, Joe? The man picked the Cadillac Eldo. You understand? Now that's a motherfucking tank. That's a secure car. That car crashing into anything on the road right now, it's going right through that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Everything is plastic. I'm telling you, that Eldo, shit. Man. Only thing that's going to fuck you up in that Eldo is a bus or another truck. You know what I'm saying? They don't make them like that no more.
No, they don't.
That shit, man. It's going to be like a boat hitting.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Like, damn, dude.
All right, man. Last question, man. What's your favorite movie? Name your favorite movie.
Gotcha. Oh man, my favorite movie. I have it off like the top of my dome too. I know what I want to say it. I'm over here trying to second guess myself and think if I want to say another movie. I Am Legend.
Oh shit! Yeah, okay. I say the theater. That's a dope, man. That's a dope movie. I forgot about that.
I Am Legend.
Yeah, definitely a good one.
Yeah, Will Smith and Denzel Washington. Those are my two favorite.
Very good actors, man.
Yeah.
Will Smith.
Bring it up, Joe. Bring it up, Joe. Bring it up, Joe.
You bring it up.
Bring it up, Joe.
That's your storyline. You bring it up.
All right, bro. Check this out. You been watching? You been keeping up on the verses? Hey.
Have I been keeping up on what?
The verses. You know, Swiss Beat and Timbaland, they be doing the verses with the artists celebrating their music catalogs and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a question for you. Now.
Yeah. I'm here to all that. I'm taking my phone case off right now so I can charge my
phone. All right, walk with it. We talking as long as you can hear me. Now, I got a question for you. Now, LL Cool J is trying to call out Jay for the verses, right? Do you think that's a good match?
Yeah.
Why you think that's a good match?
Why not?
I don't think so.
Huh?
You don't think it's a good match?
I feel like it's. I feel.
Like you got to think catalog, baby. You got to think catalog now.
I'd have to see it.
You know, you got to think catalog. You know, L got a bigger catalog than Jay. You know what I mean?
No. Why do you keep lying? He doesn't.
I tell you.
Oh my God.
Wait, you said he's got a bigger catalog?
He's trying to tell me that LL Cool J has more tracks, catalog-wise, than Jay. What the fuck are you? You're lying.
I'm telling you.
You gotta bring up these stats next time we're on, because that's full of shit, man.
You know what? I'm gonna bring it up. But
Okay,
do you think that's a good? You think that's a good matchup?
You talking about Jay-Z?
Versus L. Versus LL.
Oh man.
No.
Because I don't think he has more in his catalog.
Exactly.
Yeah, I almost want to Google
See what I'm saying?
Look it up.
But I believe if you come in, I believe you want to me with you and not like. So I'm thinking they both dope. I don't know. It'll be a good match. I just don't know if.
So not only they have a catalog.
I think Jay-Z would take it.
So do I.
Hit wise, because there's so.
See, you young people.
Oh fuck
so
this,
many.
man.
You young people.
Whoa.
So, you think LL and Will Smith can go at it?
Yeah, most definitely.
Thank you. Nobody want to hear me talk about this. You understand?
No.
I think that's a better
still don't wanna hear
matchup.
about
I
it.
think it's a better matchup
I
than.
like that. That would be.
I
dope.
think that's a better matchup than Jay-Z. You understand?
I like it makes sense as a matchup wise, yes. But we're disagreeing why on what's a better matchup though. that's what the other argument is.
I feel like because Will Smith and LL Cool J, because of like their early influence in hip hop and also like television culture, because they're both actors. Will Smith obviously took off a lot deeper into film and stuff like that. But man, Will Smith's music, man, like his
Tell him, bro.
His is right there too. You know what I'm saying, with his catalog. Like, I feel like his catalog could be compared like to LL. For real.
Thank you. Tell him, bro.
And LL
Tell him.
He's got the heat too, but LL's got.
You know what? Let's just say bye to
though.
DJ Duss and call it a motherfucking night. You know what I mean? He's been arguing with me about that shit for months, bro. I'm just saying, catalog-wise, they match up well. You get what I'm saying? They both got bangers over decades. You know what I mean? Jay came out, the man is a monster. That's a whole different type of, it's different. You know what I mean? You got two monsters. You got one monster rapper lyrically, and you got another one that's got a longer catalog. You get what I'm saying? It's just not a good matchup. You know what I mean?
I got a question.
Yep.
Before we ask our guest any questions, like what?
No, yeah, I understand that completely. Because like,
I want to know what he's drinking.
Especially like sound wise, because Jay-Z got different sounds in them. But I feel like LL Cool J and Will Smith, they both hit it with the party sound and also with the, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Kid from Where I'm At sound.
You know?
Kind of hopped off with it. He was already doing that. It's like ciphers with Big L, other cats and shit like that. Like New York was different for him than it was for LL.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's different for other people, just like how it was different for Biggie.
Okay, so are we technically all
and shit like there in the West Coast today?
we're all agreeing that he's a better fit.
Yes.
Will Smith is a better fit for LL than Jay-Z.
Then Jay-Z.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm not saying it's just a better fit. You know what I mean? If they go down and they start throwing these tracks down, I mean, you gotta, if Jay and L go together, when L start dropping them old school tracks, he's got older generation people going, you know what I mean? And a lot of people going to be like, the young cats are going to be fucking with Jay. You get what I'm saying? Where Willie and L, when they both drop them tracks, they both dropping it at the same time, the same period as they go along.
Bam. Thursday we have a show with Mitchell Bailey. Mm-hmm. You give me their catalog. You write out the catalog between those two. Mm-hmm. Actually, I want you also to write a catalog between LL Cool J and fucking Jay-Z. That's your fucking homework. You're lying.
See? You keep arguing with me, boy. I tell you.
This has been like 2 months we've been on this shit.
Hey, I got one. I got one for you. But it's a West Coast to East Coast thing.
All right.
And it could be valid, could be invalid. Y'all let me know. Ice Cube.
Uh-huh.
Method Man.
Yes. That can work.
That could really work.
That can work. That can definitely work because
God damn,
they
that's
both,
tough.
It can work because they both started off in a group and they both went fucking solo. You understand what I'm saying? So that can work. That is a definite good matchup right there. You know what I mean?
Wow. That's what I want comments on. Ice Cube versus Method Man. Let me know what you think in the comments. I need
I'm gonna be thinking about that tonight. That's nice. That's a nice setup. I like that.
That's one of the best ones I've heard since we've been on this thing. Yeah. All right. That's now. That
would be fun.
What?
That would be so fun.
Damn, yeah, that would be dope. Because there's also super fans that love these guys, right? Like No, that's a good one. I like to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to be the one that picks. I don't know, man.
It'd just be nice to listen to it, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, that'd be a fucking of course. As fans, dude, we win.
So I don't know. Did you check the Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight?
I've heard. I didn't listen. I didn't hear it, but I heard about it.
They did a versus. Boy, I'm telling you, man, everything was couldn't stop. I was thinking about my mama, everything. Boy, it took me back, man. Them girls were just. Them queens were just laying it down, man.
I did hear. I heard. Didn't one forget the verse? Did you hear
I heard about that. I really heard about that, but I didn't. I haven't watched it yet. I know it's still available too.
Of course, of course. That's awesome.
I need to.
So now, so we know you have a couple projects lined up for you. You want to, drop a few things. You mentioned that earlier. But what's next for you? What's your long-term goal? What do you want out of this, brother?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, man. It's like this delay that's happening.
No worries, man. No worries.
So good.
You mentioned something about like the couple projects.
Yeah, you have a couple projects that you've already That's COVID. You can't sneeze like that, man.
I'm so sorry. Like it just keeps on chopping up. Dude, man.
So what's next for you, brother? Yeah.
Like talking to like women to brush up on the project.
You have we know you have a couple projects lined up, but what's next? What's your big goal? Once COVID's all done, everything's all said and done, what's your next big push?
My next big move and my goal is setting up, like a workforce, in the industry. Like we have a digital content creation company, but we want to bring opportunities to a lot of artists in this time. It's really a way to reinvent the industry, but creating a union to really get paid for these sync placements, for all these things that are happening, because media is starting to go at an all-time high, in every single region when it comes down to ads, everything. Like basically teaching independent creators to be like multifaceted, but like I'm doing my music, but I feel like this is a way for me to reach out and be like, okay, this is how this is going to work, which is a lot of work that I still have to step up and do for my own content, because my content isn't exactly, A1 at the moment. Like I can produce, some things that are eye-catching, they're pleasing to my fans, but because I'm not out in LA, with the materials that I thought I was going to be, accessing, like, which there's almost no excuse now because people are traveling all over. I've been to Miami, so I'm gonna get my butt down there here pretty soon. But the end result is just, building those opportunities for people to get their work done, because during this time, everybody's like, they don't know if they want to go to the studio, if they want to go here or do shows and stuff like that, want to do online shows, I know it's kind of like an outspread general explanation, I want to go into the details, but it's like all covered by NDAs, but got some, we have some things planned. So that's why I'm just trying to put out as much work as I possibly can for this period, so that our business is going to come out strong in the first quarter. And have a whole bunch of content ready to go. And also, we're going to be doing a podcast as well. We'd love to have you guys on.
Yeah, man, anytime, bro. Anytime, bro.
Yeah.
We want to let people know where they can follow you.
Yes, sir.
They can follow you on Instagram.
Oh yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at NArr8r, NArr8r. That's NArr8r in all platforms, like every single platform.
Yeah, everything you have, all major platforms.
So,
that's dope, man. That is dope. I got some of your stuff, but bro, man, we want to end the interview with one of your tracks called Paradise. Can you talk a bit about that?
Yeah, man, it's actually crazy. I just released that this year, but I first made that beat, did the hook, and recorded the first verse. Actually, the first 3 verses. Back in 2017. That was when I actually had recorded that song, and I've been sitting on that for a minute. A lot of people that I know personally, they've heard that song. You know, they've kept it in rotation amongst themselves. I just like finally decided to release it, but really, it's about my main mission. You know, it's a part of the main goal.
Nice.
That's dope, man, brother.
Just taking my family out of the hood because there's a lot of my family that.
You know when his mic goes on mute, that's like my shit going on.
Yeah, I seen you like, whoop. I was like, oh,
dude,
let me get
I was
this
just
going.
talking to Alex about that. DJ went up. I'm like, man, it's been good for like 3-4 podcasts. And dude, yesterday we just jinxed the shit. Just straight up jinxed it. You know what I mean? Oh, there he is, brother. Probably. Oh, can I on? I can't unmute him.
Put me on mute. I need a minute.
Put you on mute?
Yeah, I'm going on mute.
No, you're not going on mute. You're not going on mute. No. Yo, everyone's on mute right now. Brother, you on? You gotta love that. We jinxed it. Yo, brother, you're on mute. There's a unmute button. Yep. Can you look at that? Right down there.
All good.
There you are. When things get all technical and shit. Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I just received a call. You know what I mean? It's been like that.
Yeah. So when shit happens, when things get a bit of technical difficulties, for some reason the program ends up muting us on the way in.
Mm-hmm.
You good? Yeah. So yeah. No, that's the stuff, man. The phones could be so convenient, but during an interview, it could be so inconvenient, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. It's all good right now. It was just unexpected to call. One of my clients, artists I produce for right now, her name is Tootie. She has a session at 9:00 actually.
Shit. That's perfect, bro. We'll end the interview, man. We'll end it up. I want to drop your track as we finish the interview. We want to thank you very much for being on Shooting the Shit podcast.
For real.
Hope to get you on. Let us know when you have a podcast on. We can, we want to get on your shit too, man.
And I appreciate your opinion about Big Willie, babe.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate you guys for having me on.
We're definitely coming. We're definitely gonna get you back on again, my brother.
Dude, I gotta take a trip up there pretty soon to Montreal. Montreal, I got a producer that I work with. His name is KZ Beats. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
No, not yet. No.
But, I'll be up there to visit him as well. So, when I'm up there to do some collabs and stuff, I'm definitely drop by and see you, man.
Yeah, do that shit, man. Sounds good, my brother. We'll keep in touch, man. All right, peace.
Bye, man.
Later, man.
All right.
Cause I need to keep the truth away, keeping you surprised while I try to make it new today. What if you were I could be you a Milky Way. See it from the sky, the symphony is looking like a maze. Still is fire in my heart, any second like a blaze. Off to the stars, so I reckon we should pave a lane. We knew it from the start, this music will go far. We listen to Mozart while picking through old cars, struggling to get it up and running just to keep a brother covering the bills that we are under. Cause the government not being sarcastic, but I'm loving it. Team eating organic with the honey dip. Ha! Leave the mentality, utopian fantasy. Live my reality with a golden anatomy to hold as a family and friends. I'm taking my family out the hood, lead by example just like I should. I'll take my goods and After I give it all away, I'll take my blessings, I'll take my place in your heart. Paradise on earth too. Letter L means 90-degree love. Every time I see blood, I'm just trying to free us. Now I gotta speak up when I hide in sweet dust. Exposing your ego while we praising Jesus. The millennium of evidence where decades are recent. Killing knowledge with wisdom, so I will believe you. Until you step out thinking you can defeat trust. We gon' need chunks of a goal just to be rushed. I need lunch, 12 p.m. the healthiness and green stuff. Wealthy with this melting vibrational frequency. Considering the pattern is a building on the land of tracks. Life right after this light is before the night ran backwards. Click that switch and make the fan go faster. Hand in hand with action, become one with nature. The love we making, creating miracle babies. Lord save me. I'm taking my family out the hood. Lead by example just like I should. I'll take my goods after I give it all away. I'll take my blessings, I'll take my place in your heart. I use this pen and a pair like I'm shipping the stones. Teach me so far away, my fam says I need to get home. You see the big throne, it needs a king, and I'm the only one who's keeping the hope. These bitches get rolled, they think I read with a clone. The acts arrive in nucleic poems that I think from the dawn. This is the game of life, is cheating get thrown. Change the world to silence, oh we can get numb. My spinal cords are played by Jimi Hendrix, speaking the bone. Cleveland's the home that we preach when we gone. Spitting fire out here because these demons get cold. Children need ideas besides reap what you sow. Don't always speak what you know, unless you be here before. Unless it's what you need to know, then you get eaten in the nose. Metaphorical, if it's only need to know when to ask and answer rhetorical. They love that. Ride to the wheels, fall off and slide down on a hubcap. Call it letting up and tell him he can have his rug back. Touching in your city and they ask you where the club at. I touched in your district saying, hold up, where's my hug at? Well, always where I love at. I done had enough rap, let me start switching up all these topics. They was colder than icebergs and I made them raise above traffic. Listen every verse behind these precise words. Now they feeling safe for living like a last but I got this. So I'm taking my family out the hood. Lead by example just like I should. I'll take my goods after I give it all away. I'll take my blessings, I'll take my place in your heart. Paradise on earth too. Take my goods, give it all away. I take my blessing, I take my place on earth too.